Okay, ladies and gents, welcome. We are here, and we are ready for the most part. It's been a long time since I've dove in with 8 players here and 8 kings that will explode. But that's precisely what we have here, good old community game action. So let's get our introductions out of the way. Starting in the teal, we have gaming. Just simply gaming. Gaming's playing as the Persians. In the gray, we've got Relic playing as the Incas. In the purple, we have Straggler Tree. That's very nice. Playing as the Sicilians. In the blue, we've got Yip Yip. Small shout out to Yip Yip. Yip Yip has been struggling with some health concerns. Not really my business to share, but Yip Yip has shown up and said many times that the content has helped. And Yip Yip has been on the mend and doing really well from what I've heard recently. So shout out to you, Yip Yip. Also, after 3 years, finally getting into a community game theater. So things are looking up, playing as the Italians. In the orange, we've got Crypto Mike Trading. Definitely a sleeper for the victory here. Crypto Mike Trading has been around community games for quite a while. Like him and like Straggler Tree as well, who we already talked about. In the green, we've got Bowden Kostka playing as the Bengalis. On the red, we've just got Sam playing as the Cumans. And then last but not least, we've got Flint Maestro, and Flint Maestro is definitely another one who's been around a bit. So as always, we've got some people who are new, some people who are not. Some people are playing in their first time, but they've been around for 4 years. Other people are playing in their second time. They've only been around for a month. It's a big assortment of individuals and skill sets, and I'm excited to see what happens. It is funny, though. Like, there was a new patch, and it seems like people are having issues. One person says that their mods aren't enabled, and then Flint is saying that the mouse isn't locked to the screen. So that is actually a bug that has existed ever since they released the Definitive Edition. I reported it 5 times, and I gave up because I just assumed they would never fix it. Flint Maestro won't be listening to me right now, but if you have a double monitor, triple monitor, quadruple monitor, 12 monitor setup, whatever, and even though you have clamp mouse to window selected in the settings, the way to fix that is to go into the settings, uncheck clamp mouse to window, and then just recheck it immediately after, and it'll actually fix it. Annoying little issue there, but Flint Maestro, I just wanted to do you a solid so you could listen to that, listen to this later on and fix the problem. Okay, so the map is the next talking point. They've started with 2 towers, which can be quite nice for defense. There's a lot of stone. There's more stone than gold, which is a little unusual. And then the middle is just wood, actually, and it actually seems like there's lots of neutral golds towards the corners. So yeah, lots of gold and stone on the map, mainly around the outer ring. There's no gold to be found or stone to be found towards the middle. You do have wood lines, though, which is kind of nice. But I guess, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about how this will play out. You can dock this, so we could see ships possibly, but there's no real incentive to do it because there's no fish. So a little bit of water, but most likely going to be land control. And I definitely feel like trading corner to corner in these types of Diplo games are already very important. And then it's going to be more important to lock down the corners yourself just because of how much gold and stone is there. Alt-tab and clicking back in has always fixed the cursor for me. Gotcha. That's never fixed it for me. But yeah, hopefully Flint's able to sort that out because that could be a really annoying problem.
Yes.
So, all right, Yip Yip and Orange already talking about being allies. I did see someone earlier said, watch out for gaming. Oh, wait. This must have been a long time ago. Mike says, by the way, guys, watch out for gaming. Stabbed me in the back last time. And then Teal with a little bit of, like, sass here was like, didn't I just ally everyone? Oh, wait, no, actually, that could have been gaming responding to Yip Yip. Or Yip Yip said, nobody allied me. But that's interesting. All right, so real quick, friends of YouTube, this message right here was something I missed at the time and will be very relevant later. Carry on. So Crypto was backstabbed at some point. I don't really remember. Usually I have good memory for these things, but it must have been either a long time ago or a game that hasn't stuck with me. But I remember Crypto has this guy he played. Yes. It's funny I call him Crypto instead of just calling him Mike. Yes. It's just the first word in his name. So Mr. Crypto over here, I think he played in Regicide Rumble, so he has that big community game experience. And then I know Straggler Tree from the community. I think this might be the highest ranked 1v1 player involved here. And then, as I mentioned, Flint Meister's been around a bit as well. But I just do not know the full-on skill set for all the players here. It's very tricky for me to know that. There are some games, though, where it's very clear. You know, this person's been around for 6 years. This person's the one to look out for. Here, you've just got a couple names. Wasn't the gaming guy that was doing nothing with his military, but double-crossed like everyone? That could be a lot of people. I'm not sure. I do recall gaming having played in the past. So Yip Yip already being very talkative with Orange, and I like this storyline so far. Orange opened up and basically said to everyone, don't trust gaming, right? I'm already thinking about, you know, titles and thumbnails and storylines. Like, that's what community games is about. So that's nice for me. Do not trust that individual is basically what he said. And no one really responded, but it seems clear to me that Crypto remembers, or Mike remembers. And then also, Orange and Blue really want to be friends early here. They're having lots of discussions. So these are two important things to talk about, especially because Straggler Tree is now going to ask Blue to team. And actually, you now have Yellow talking to Teal. So, okay, so the Diplo has begun. And Yip Yip says, sure. Now, I wonder if Yip Yip is going to share this alliance with Orange. This is what you should be doing. Individual chat messages to a couple people around you is always a way to last long in these games. Not doing that, someone could see you as a target. And okay, so actually what Straggler Tree is doing is selecting different individuals to team up with right now. So his message Blue got that alliance, immediately then went over and said, hey, Teal, let's team up. And then Green is doing it the way that I would do it, the lazy way. How is everyone finding it? Which is, I guess, kind of like, how are you doing? How is everyone doing? How is everyone finding life? I get what he's trying to say there. It's just not exactly how I say it. And everyone's like, this is fine. Yip Yip doesn't have small trees. Flint Maestro says it's annoying because the mouse cursor isn't locked. So everyone's got some issues. There was just a game update the other day, and then they reverted the update. It broke so many people's game, they just went back. So I know in my case, as well, we see Straggler Tree selling stone and whatnot. Interesting. I know in my case, I updated the game, had to re-enable all my mods.
Yes.
So you have to update the game, add all your mods, restart the game, and then like 3 hours later, they reverted the update, so I had to do that crap all over again. So I imagine for a lot of people, they don't have mods right now. There's so many changes there. Green's King is boldly scouting the map, trying to see who is who and where people are located, I guess. But the Kings do explode. It would be really bad if Green were to accidentally delete the King here. Red says, shoot, guess mine was bugged. Okay, so they're talking about how many boars there were. Well, Sam, this is going to be embarrassing when you find it later. But yeah, your map isn't bugged, buddy. And your scouting could be a little bit more thorough here. Your scout is currently chilling on the side of the map. There is this big dark blob right next to your base. Flint's now talking to Red about some trade. And Green and Orange are now saying ally to the end. And that was not the terminology. Oh, I was just going to say not the terminology that Orange had used with Blue. But now Crypto says the same. And Green says, my last game was ally to end, so I'm good with that. And they're trying to find out where people are located. We do not use shared exploration for this, like you would find now in the ranked game. And wait, why is yellow against gray right now? What happened? I think... Oh, gray hasn't allied anyone. Rizek! Rizek, don't make this mistake! Rizek hasn't spoken, and Rizek hasn't allied anyone. Those are the two worst things you can do in a diplomacy game. I don't care how good your skill is, and it seems like Rizek's semi-talented here. In Castle Age already, dropping the second town center, really building up the economy. But you have to, at the very least, ally everyone because people are trying to find out who they're going to be friends with throughout this game. Oh, man. Anyways, 2 TC boom here for Sam. It's what he's trying to do. You can make 2 TCs in Feudal Age with the Cumans. Certainly doesn't help, though, if you don't have one of your boars. And, okay, now Sam finds it, and he's like, well, hopefully T90 doesn't see this. Because I just said my map is bugged. I think demos would be cool here, but you know what would be really effective, guys? Would be cannon galleons later. Because if you have, like, let's say cav archers and cannon galleons, think about how much you can range from this shoreline. You're going to be ranging some trade. You'll probably be ranging castles, the majority of players' economies. And okay, I'm sorry I didn't turn this off, but we don't need the market events to be up. That's just way too much in these games. And red already thinking long-term with yellow and about trade. Flint's on 3 TCs with the Hindustanis. Villagers are very cheap with the Hindustanis. It did just get nerfed slightly, so the villagers aren't as cheap as they were. But still cheaper than other civilizations. Villagers, still a crazy civilization with lots of options. Didn't Dave say you don't need friends or something like that? He did famously say that in a game where he died, yes. That was a game where he just focused on making lots of villagers. So maybe that's what he saw as friends at the time, you know? Is having... Who needs allies when I can have villagers? The villagers are my friends. Dude, Rizik, you're killing me, man. Diplo's not easy. As I said before, I'm pretty lazy with it. I don't like to do the individual messages to people. That can be a lot of work. It definitely feels like in the community game meta these days, you kind of have to an extent. But to have so many people on enemy right now, and also be one of the higher scores, is a dangerous life to be living. And there's not going to be a lot stopping all these other people from attacking you to want to take your space, especially because you don't really have a corner here. So they're going to want to clear you out. That way they can trade from the north to the east or the west. But so far it's chill. And I'll just say, you know, for people later on YouTube, if this ends up hitting YouTube, hope you guys are enjoying your day. Let me, you know, leave a comment if you get to this point in the video. Just say hello. It's been a while since I've uploaded any community game content, so hoping this obviously will hit YouTube later. It kind of has the making of one in terms of the chat so far, right? Sometimes there's games where we don't see a lot of chatter, but we had some drama already, some little tidbits which will make life interesting. Gaming is going to be working with the northern or like western side, which is far away from Crypto Mike, who had said at the start, I don't trust gaming. And also on this side, with Crypto and with Yip Yip said, I'm not sure if I trust purple right now. So there's a concern for Yip on, you know, I guess the legitimacy of the alliance with Straggler Tree. And then Orange says to everyone but Gray ally anyone, and Straggler Tree says no. And now Orange says, so all kill him, 11? And now they're all laughing. But Gray will have seen Purple's no on 11, but Gray isn't even inquiring on like, hey, what are you talking about? What's so funny, bro? Nick, what's up? Happy Friday. There will be plenty of low elo legend content as well. I shouldn't say plenty, but I know we have one little video in the works right now. That'll probably be uploaded prior to this ever being uploaded, but I'm trying to get back in my normal schedule because we had Titans League for 2 months. And then I was away for a week, and then I'm home, but my fiance's family is here, so I spend a bit of time with them. So I'm a man of routine. It's been tricky to get back into routine this week. Okay, finally Gray speaks and just says ally ? And Straggler Tree says yes. And so Rizik finds an ally. I think Straggler Tree would be wise to take that alliance, but you probably don't want to get too close to Gray because it seems like other people have Gray set on enemy. Green ally with me in blue. Okay, so Crypto Mike trying to bring blue and green together. Because as of now, it has just been Crypto Mike teaming up with both of them, but not really involving them in the whole process together. All right. Looking around, trying to see who's in the lead. Yellow has declared war on Rizik. But that is not for an actual attack. I think that's Yellow recognizing again, this person still hasn't allied me. And, oh my god! Relic countdown? Oh my god, there's only 3 relics on the map. And Yellow says, well, that's awkward. And Yellow immediately ejects the relics. Ooh! And Yellow's like, I'm out of here. Oh, and Purple says, so kill Yellow? And Yellow knows that there would be a massive target on his back if you were to have those relics. So he's going to give them away. And he's already on the way to give them to people. Wow, okay. And now Gray is catching up, it seems, with the whole alliance thing and is allying other people and trying to talk to people. But guys, that means there's only 3 relics. So, like, right now, it would be foolish to go for the relic victory. But it seems very achievable to possibly, you know, have those relics walled into a corner at some point and go for it. Yip Yip says, T90, if you see my lumber camps, Microsoft removed all my mods. Okay. Well, we'll look at your lumber camps now. They're actually not bad. They're actually really good lumber camps, so. Okay, so there's 1 relic there. And then Teal is now making a monastery. There will be another one here. So, really good decision from Yellow here. Yellow is already playing pretty well. So I think Yellow would have been a pretty big threat. The thing about Relic Victory is there's no real warning. It just happens, and then you have the 350-year countdown, and then that's it. A Wonder Victory, you get a warning when the Wonder starts to be constructed, and that takes forever to build. Not to mention it's expensive. And then the Wonder is to be completed. And then you have to wait for that Wonder to get to the countdown. So you can get away with some sneaky Relic victories if you plan right. Just not the stage of the game where you'd expect that to do much. Yeah, what do you guys think about him sending 1 relic to each corner? I feel like it would have been wiser to just give 1 away. But it tells me that Yellow doesn't want any of that smoke right now. Which is fair. Red's base layout is very interesting to me. Oh, actually, I was about to judge the towers, but I just remembered they actually started with the towers, so okay. But we do see an additional tower here, so that's what made me think about it. So trade from red and yellow in the west to the north. So it is teal to red and yellow. Here we have blue and purple heading all the way down here towards orange. To be expected. And you do have green playing his own little game. He's not even trading into the corner with red and yellow. He's just trading through the middle. Bengalis do get a little bit of food from their trade. It's like 10% of their gold income. Yeah, 10% of their income from trade is also food. That's a minimal bonus. It doesn't really accomplish that much, but it did produce a really cool video, the No Farm Challenge I uploaded, which was epic. And things are still building up here. Gaming says, hey, purple.
Yes.
And Straggler Trees says, yes. Gaming says, Gray, what's your plan? And Yellow's now asking if Gray is allied.
No.
And they're letting Yellow know that, yeah, he figured it out. He just did it much later. So normally I would say expanding and taking the middle is important. But I don't think it's that important in this game. Like, sure, it's still helpful to expand, but I do not see it as super valuable if there's no stone gold there. There's a lot of chatter in this game here. I'm not able to follow all of it. But again, I think the corner control for the golden stone, but also the trade is the most important thing right now. And blue's actually relocating the king. Remember, kings also explode in this game. And yeah, Chipbox, we did random civ. I like to do random civ because it gives us more variety. I think if we didn't do random civ, we'd see the same rotation of maybe 12 civilizations. So, happy to see random civilization here. Like, you do have wood in the middle, but it's not any more wood than you would find in the corner. Like, there's still more wood in the corner than there might be in certain sections of the middle, right? But it's space to build, which is nice for production buildings and whatever else. And Crypto Mike's is green in all caps here. Very aggressive. Man, I'm glad today there's a massive tech issue at work. I can finally watch a game live for once. You can say it. You can admit it. You're the one who started the tech issue, so you can make it here. It's okay. I'm not your boss. It's fine by me. Glad you could make it. So you know what's interesting, guys? So the most recent patch, it kind of broke hitboxes, so units are like pathing through each other and whatnot. I think that actually has a massive benefit to trade, though. Let's see if it shows it here. The trade carts don't bump as much because units will just go through each other. It's really bad if you're trying to block and take proper engagements. But, like, you see that? Like, that happens when you're trying to use one knight to block another knight, for example, which is bad for the game. But with trade, it's actually going to lead to more efficient trade. I wonder if they're ever going to deal with that. They literally updated the game and didn't address the collision box issue where I had reverted the patch for Titans League, for example.
Yes.
It was that problematic that players and I had discussions on it, and they were like, yeah, this is
Yes.
bad. So, yeah, but it's very obvious, right? Like, the trade carts running through each other is not something you would see before. There'd be a little bit more bumping. And, you know, credit to the devs, they actually did a great job with some changes to trade over the past couple years. So it didn't bump as much as it did maybe back in the day. All right, I'm going to switch now to stockpiles real quick. If you guys would like to see the resources for the players, take a look. We've got a few players banking up lots of gold right now. And then here is the military tab. I'm just going to keep it on the top 3 here because I want to see who's actually building up military. At the moment, it just looks like Yip Yip is. Yip Yip has a king in one tower, and then the Genoese crossbowman in another tower, which is nice and sneaky. So actually one unit in like every castle at the very least, so it's hard for people to guess where the kings are located. Jordan, you're subbed here. I would say just assume everything's fine. And if you have issues, if it's still a concern for you, use the Discord room. Because I'll forget about it here. But yeah, I'm still seeing a badge. I would assume everything's fine. I don't know if you'd get emails about that kind of stuff, so I just say avoid it. All right, so this is how I think things are established at the moment. We have green, orange, and blue as friends for life, okay? They're best friends forever situation. You can even kind of tell with the way they're walling purple out. Even though they're including purple in some aspects of this trade, they don't want to be best friends with purple. Okay? Then on this side, I think red, yellow, and teal are very close. Which leaves gray and purple as the odd man out, possibly. I think that's how it is. And, like, gray's still interesting because even though gray is allied with almost everyone, yellow still has an allied gray. I feel like there's just no sense of loyalty to Rizik for these other people right now. Because why would they be? There were no early conversations with Gray. He forgot to be friends with him early. That's just painful. It brings back some memories from my childhood. I could never be in an Exploding Kings community game. The temptation to Randy Quaid my king would be far too great. There was a game once. It was right when we had brought in Exploding Kings as a game mode. And it was a Pilgrims game, and somebody immediately detonated their king on like 5 other people, or maybe it was like 6, and then I think soon after the game ended because somebody won. That's how many people it exploded, and it was the first player who's ever done something like that. It was incredibly hilarious. Again, it was unique, but I never uploaded it to YouTube because their name was kind of sketch, which I found out a little bit later. Now, I think only the real OGs will remember that, because that was pre-DE. That would have been 2017, maybe? 2016? But yeah, I realized that the name that user had wouldn't have brought attention to the best of things, so I decided to not upload that. Man, you know how we always talk about the Hindustanis and all their crazy bonuses for 1v1s? Forgot about this thing, man. I can never say it. Caravanserai. It increases the trade speed, so it's really good to have the Hindustanis as your ally. So you can build these buildings. I actually forget the cost, but you can see the increase in trade speed there. So good work there from Flint Maestro. Flint Maestro's going to be a strong force in this game, I think. I think we tested it before, too. I think that, like, let's say red were to enemy yellow right now, and yellow were to enemy red as well. If they were to start fighting each other, I'm pretty sure, because they were allied at some stage, that the trade still moves faster for red. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I just seem to recall something. There's something in my memory bank that says that that's how it works. They also heal your carts. Do they heal your carts? Backstab who, says Teal. I don't know. Like, right now, it doesn't seem like anyone's really going to go out and attack. They're just still thinking about it. I would not expect many surprises here. I think the first attack is going to be against someone who they don't trust or who they can gain a position from. And my eyes are still going to be on Gray, but Gray does have a lot of production buildings. Gray's really capable. And so I don't think one individual would make the move. I think it would have to be multiple. And we'll see if those discussions occur. Trade exposed. You can hit with Cav purple.
Yes.
And Straggler Tree says yes. He's done the lazy thing quite a few times and just said yes. That would always sketch me out if someone was just saying yes and not chatting to individuals. But, like, it gets the point across, right? It saves you the APM and the time having to switch over and looking at different things. Yellow wanted, or Teal wanted some information from Yellow, didn't get it. And, okay, so 45 minutes later, this is what we talked about before. Orange says, really wanted to kill Gaming first for stabbing me in the back. Wellness check. I love this. Gaming says, wellness check. How are you doing? How are you feeling? And Yellow says, I'm fine, but the mouse is still annoying. Thinking about taking 5 minutes to search for it in options. Yes, it is an option in there. Again, it's a bug that I've experienced too. It says clamp mouse to window. He will have it selected already, most likely. You have to just deselect it and select it again. Thankfully, it's a very easy fix. Man, look how much stone and gold is in the corner, guys. There's so much. Still for the taking here. Red and green seem to brew stuff. Purple and gray, question mark? And red just says, I'm all out in my base. What's he out of? Are they talking about something? Oh, talking about stone. Okay. Yellow says, red and green seem to not be that friendly. 3 castles. Ooh, I thought yellow trusted red. Green and orange seem friendly. They might be a team of 3. Well, I really thought red was in on this. I feel like red's also the perfect ally because red's not really in the strongest position either. Like, I wouldn't get upset with red or with green because their position is, I mean, at least currently, lower than yours based on score. Purple, are you talking with red? Because it looks like you are, frowny face.
No.
And Straggler Tree says no, and that is some confusion because purple was asking about stone. Well, people wanted demos. We've got docks up, guys. And I mentioned how good Straggler Tree can be. Look at the stables with the flags and the Cavalier. Sicilian Cavalier is pretty insane. We also have tons of defensive castles. And we do have trade flowing. It is flowing awkwardly, but it is flowing. Red has sent a few paladins this way. People are really building up production buildings. Holy crap, man. And so now, realistically, I think we have to think about army compositions. And I think Bengalis are really strong. Bengali elephant archers are insane. And the regular elephants, too. So that could be a strong option. I like Italians a lot because the Genoese crossbowmen will be good against those elephants and any type of stable unit. But I still like any civilization that can make elephants. Like the Khmer could be really strong. The Persians even. And then also, I think the Hindustanis can be insane here. Access to the Gulam and also Imperial Camel can be quite strong.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so they're trying to determine who's friends with who. And it seems like yellow has reached out to red, and they're just trying to ensure that they're both going to be cool. So I think red and yellow are friends again. Red will likely work alongside teal. How much gold does teal have right now? Okay, so teal has 8,000 gold. I'm going to give you a tip. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to disagree with this tip, and that's fine. But this is... I say this... There's passion behind these words, okay? I say this because I care. Don't make trash bows. And let's be more specific. Don't make trash bows if you have 8k gold, okay? If you have 8k gold and 34 on gold, don't waste population with a crossbow. Just because it costs wood... And only wood after that commander on technology does not mean it's a great use of your population space.
Yes.
If you've got 90 military, I'd prefer you have 90 paladins over 60 paladins and 30 crossbows. Trash bows, or, you know, the commander on crossbows, which, again, only cost wood with Persians. It can be more useful to save gold in 1v1 games, but at the end of the day, it is a crossbow, and it's not very strong compared to other things. How much HP is Green's Clump of Elephants? Let's see. 16,800 HP. Super chunky. And look at them all like spin their little heads in unison. Did you ever notice that? Did you think that you were going to click onto this video or this clip right now and talk about elephant heads? No, you didn't. This is the power of the internet. People say there's a lot of negative things about the internet. Sure, there is. But this is positive. Look at this. I just changed your life. You would have never expected this. I actually can't look away. I'm trying to... Okay, so it's not exactly in unison. How is this working? Okay, I gotta stop. No, I can't. All right, sorry. We need to get back to the rest of the game. Blue says gray is a problem. And I saw this coming a long time ago. We'll see if people agree with blue.
Yes.
Orange now says yes to this. Cavalier and green will be fine. Shall we go purple? And green says just wait for the go signal. Ooh. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. Straggler Tree, who was reached out to by Gray much later on in the game, says, I think they will attack you, FYI. I don't know if I can stop them. So Straggler Tree is actually letting him know that the attack could be coming, and it was also like, I don't know if I'm going to help you. But it's kind of a bro move to say something. And here, army production, the army count's shooting up. Look at this army composition from Crypto. We've got ballista elephants, a monk, some halbs, a regular elephant, petards. Rizik tries to say something. He's trying to respond to purple and saying who. Maybe he's like, who are you talking to? But yeah, it definitely seems like people are starting to creep forward. And I mean, Incas have a lot of options. The Kamioke, the halbs, the champions, the slingers. There's a lot of different things we could see in this game, including victory conditions. Remember, if you can win with the relics, you could also win with a wonder here, guys.
Yes.
Okay, we actually have a battle. Or I thought we had a battle. I heard an attack noise. Orange seems to be sending this random elephant this way. Remember, he's allied with everyone right now, but the fact he's got one petard, one elephant would sketch me out. Also, can we talk about how there's no arrows inside of the, shoot, what's it called again? Oh, the thing that holds arrows. I forget, but we have a fight. Shoot, help me out. I promise I'm not this stupid. The quiver, quiver? No, is it the quiver? Well, anyways, I've been noticing some unique things with the elephants in this game. And I just noticed how, you know, this side is empty. Now, it's not a pouch, it's a quiver. Okay, it was a quiver. Cool. I said it and something fell off about that, but we've got it right. And okay. Well, Gray, if you're wondering right now why you're being attacked, it all comes back to not talking to people and also not allying people. It's pretty simple. And purple, I guess, is going to work as a distraction. I'm not entirely sure if purple is against gray right now. But Yip Yip is also turned on teal. And orange has as well, apparently. So this gets interesting. But finally, after about an hour, we have our action. Hold on a second. Purple deleted the calf, guys. Purple deleted his units. He wants the others to think that he's helping them, but he doesn't actually want to turn on gray. Now, I've seen that strategy before, but I've only seen it a handful of times, and I remember the first person that did that was none other than Blue Coffee, way back in the day, and he just kept doing it. He kept sending units in, and he'd delete them, and everybody else thought that he was helping.
Yes.
So you got to be quick with the deletes, though, otherwise they might pick up on this. But it does seem like progress is being made if they were to continue here anyways. They're not all working together at the moment. Okay, yellow says purple is helping gray. Supposedly. Okay. Did he say something about it? Are you helping gray, purple? And then purple had said yes. Okay. And now gray is getting kind of annoyed and says you have chance to kill green. I mean, I don't know if he has a better chance to kill green. I guess he does, because the king is in the tower. But here comes some paladins from gaming. Gaming's going to look to kill somebody. Is gaming going to try and kill Crypto Mike? Because Crypto Mike said that he didn't trust him at the very start. Kind of seems like it. Yellow says if we are going for allied victory, just do relics. And red's going to make a wonder! You gotta build it faster! Get your villagers in position! Oh my god! Red! Wait, actually, does it give people a warning? And actually, I don't think they got the warning yet. Okay, now they'll get the warning. Also, there's a game bug. It's actually not capture age, guys. There's a game bug anytime there's ballistas or onagers, or on the side of the screen there's a noise. Looks like that bug's returned. So that's, if you hear that, it's because of that. And now red immediately changes this game because everyone was looking to kill each other. And instead, we're going to have multiple wonders go up because purple's going to do the same. So this is interesting. Purple just said kill red because everyone realizes that if that wonder goes up and stays up for red, that red will win this game. But purple now makes a wonder as well. Will we have a third wonder? There's going to have to be someone else out there who has resources for a wonder. I want to see a third wonder and maybe even a fourth wonder. Let's go. It doesn't look like we will see it, so it's a bit of a wonder race here. Remember that kings explode. Green's being attacked by the paladins from gaming. And the king has hopped into another castle here, so I don't think the king will end up going down. Red also relocating the king to be in these castles near the wonder. Might be good to let green die, says blue. Pretty savage, but it might be true. Maybe they don't want that headache. And blue and orange still fighting together against gray. But we will have the two wonders complete. They don't see the timer of purple. Well, you don't actually see a timer at all when you're in the game. So this is a capture age feature that I worked with them on. You don't see a percentage at all. All you see is the foundation. And you can click the foundation and look at the HP, but you don't even see the percentage when you click the foundation. So they will have a timer for both players once the wonders are completed. But yeah, it could actually be beneficial for purple. Another wonder! Blue's like, let me join. It's right next to purple's, though, so... whatever. I wanted to see 3 wonders. We've got 3 wonders. But yeah, when the wonder is completed, Holy H, it does show multiple countdowns. I think it's really good to be in purple's position because people will put a lot of effort into trying to take out red. And the longer, like the more stubborn red is, the more time it buys for purple to be out of the limelight. So anyways, gaming's still trying to kill kings from green. I feel like green's missing husbandry and bloodlines here, by the way. I think with bloodlines, he should have 300 HP. Anyways, the Elephant Archer's certainly getting a lot of kills. They're very hard to kill. And green actually has some cannon galleons. Which is interesting. It feels like teal's more interested in taking out the cannon galleons and trying to attack green's base now. Which makes me think that maybe they want to all work together here to give red the win. Also, Cumin Wonder. That thing is interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a Cumin Wonder before. Cool, cool. So we have 2 countdowns now. And purple is making another Wonder? Wonder number 2? Wait, what? And then gray's making a Wonder? I've never seen 2 Wonders from the same player before. How does that work? If you have 2 Wonders, did they have different timers on them? Okay. And now... now yellow's making one as well. I'm going to run out of space on my freaking screen. Okay. Got my wish. So, I'm sure this is very confusing if you've just shown up here. But we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Okay, so this is now... I don't know if this is good or bad for red or what, but like it's Wonder defense for red and Wonder defense for purple. You're not incentivized to attack anyone else unless it is someone that has a Wonder that's going to bring the victory faster than yours will. So, red's in first place in that regard. Purple's second. Blue will be third. Yellow will be fourth. Gray will be fifth. And then there's like orange and green who just don't care. And they don't have any interest in that, which means they could kill kings, which is still very much an option. It doesn't seem like anyone's really got a coordinated effort to go after red, though. Like, red's building up tons of castles. You can't stonewall with the humans, but he's just going with palisades. Some of them had said, let's kill red, you know, with the second they saw red started to make a Wonder, but... Hey, by the way, I'm pretty sure red didn't have treadmill crane, and purple did, because that countdown was super close there. There was a 3-year difference between those two, and I think when it started, there was a greater difference in the percentage. Gray says, who has the most beautiful Wonder? And Flint Meister says, your mom. And red is not impressed with his Wonder. But yeah, this Wonder looks pretty proper. I like the Sicilian Wonder. We'll see what the Italian one looks like in a bit. We have lots of Wonders to look at, so. No one is fighting red right now. I find that concerning. 280 years might seem like a long time, but 80's already passed, and there's a lot of castles here. The trade is even running through here and everything. Now, they are making progress against yellow. But even then, I'm not sure. Like, Gray was really upset earlier with that attack. Gray is here to help. Just some massive battles here. Okay, so... there's countdown number 2. Is that really how it works with Wonders? How did we wait all this time after doing this for so many years and not have someone make multiple Wonders in the same game? Interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? But it would be kind of unique if, like... you know how in a Regicide game, if you have 2 kings, you have to lose both your kings in order to be defeated? What if Wonders were treated like that? So if you had 2 Wonders, both Wonders had to be destroyed, and the first timer's all that mattered. Okay, green is starting to push in a little bit against red. This is the first time red's really been attacked since the Wonder went up. Yellow definitely seems to be trying to defend red. And then yellow says, for the second time in this game, turn on Allied Victory if you haven't already. So they're trying to go for Allied Victory? Come on, man. Nobody likes Allied Victory. Well, if it gets to that stage, I hope that they screwed up the settings. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of torn on it. There are some situations where I feel like Allied Victory does make sense. Like, you've been through a lot with someone, so you don't necessarily want to turn on them. Maybe this falls into the same category. But I am someone who always likes to see a lot of cutthroat action. But that definitely explains yellow's conduct, because yellow is just basically going to defend his teammate. Now, red could be like, this is where you go, yeah, man, definitely got allied victory on. And yellow be like, you got allied victory, right? Oh, yeah, man, first thing I did, bro. First thing I did. You don't have to do it if you're red. Just because yellow's foolish enough to defend you does not mean that you need to actually give him the victory. You could take the victory for yourself. So, I mean, we've seen that happen many times before. At gaming, it came in here, trying to defend a little bit, sniping some of the traps to delay the inevitable push. And honestly, guys, I think Red's Wonder will stay up. I do not see how they're going to be able to take out that Wonder. It's perfectly placed. It's just, I guess we'll see, though. Maybe, I mean, 200 years, maybe I'm wrong. Now, they could take out Red's King, too, which would be kind of crazy, because the King would explode. Actually, I guess the second the King's dead, the Wonder goes down anyways. I was just envisioning the King exploding, and then the Wonder getting exploded as well. Okay. Well, every time I think that maybe they're going to delay this push, green and orange are back with elephants. And we've got 300 HP elephants now. We've got Trebs moving, and red is definitely going to get pushed back. The problem for red is he's not engaging at all. You ideally are spending your resources here, and you're actually fighting. It's really only his teammates defending him. I'll show the stockpiles at the bottom left. There's 16k gold for Flint Maestro, so there's no shortage there, but I think I would choose Ballista Elephants, Elephant Archers, and Halbs over just Imp Camels here. And Red says, so how are we looking? You got army. Well, Sam, he had army. He fought with it. You don't have army. Or you don't have army that is actively fighting right now. But I get it, because he's in, like, defense mode, and he doesn't want to, in his eyes, he doesn't want to waste anything. But, guys, I think purple's going to get away with this. Like, this is how I predict this to go. We got to look at the other wonders here. By the way, here's the Italian one. Very similar to the Sicilian one. Imagine that. But yeah, like, if Red's Wonder goes down, let's say under 100 years, then purple is in full defense mode to defend this Wonder. And I think that everyone's going to be working so hard to push red in the first place that they might not have time. Oh, wait. We do have gray attacking here. He's trying to kill yellow's king. Yellow's king is inside the castle. So gray is turned on yellow. And maybe red will then fall faster than we think. Here's the Hindustani Wonder. I also think this looks quite nice. Yeah, that's a cool Wonder. I like it. What's Gray's Wonder look like? Oh, Gray didn't even complete his yet. Okay. Not really building that with enough villagers. So I think this is the end for yellow and the end for red and probably the end for teal. It's just going to be a slow death. Because if they don't have each other, they're not going to have any chance in this game. Either red or purple wins here is what yellow's saying. Well, it could also... There's a world where it could kind of be blue as well. Or even yellow. No. There's no way yellow can keep that Wonder up because yellow's dying. Yellow will defend the king, though. The king almost ejected from that castle. But castle's been protected for now. Yellow king dead kills red. And purple is now attacking Yip Yip. So that's an interesting change of events. And it's a snipe attempt and blue is dead. Blue is dead and purple killed the king. I almost missed it, but you could see what happened there. And then deleted the evidence. Stragor Tree with some deletion tricks in this game. You could see petards were involved there as well. So Blue's Wonder has come crashing down. There will now be an explosion. And the explosion shouldn't kill anybody else off. And then purple immediately goes, question mark, how? And yellow says skill. So yellow's kind of like taking credit for it, which is going to make things so much better for purple. And Yip Yip says, I guess there are no friends in Diplo. I mean, to be fair, Yip Yip, you did say earlier that you didn't really trust purple. There's evidence of that. And I think it's pretty clear, like we've established, that you would be a threat to the victory for purple here. So now that's one less person to attack purple. when push comes to shove here with this wonder. And like teal, it continues to snipe trebuchets and delay green from pushing these castles. And so I actually agree with what yellow said again. I think like this will also ultimately just come down to, will it be red or will it be purple? Now, blue's wonder immediately crashed down. That will happen after things go sour. I'm still waiting for this wonder. Guys, do you have to kill red if someone else wants to win? Oh, no, he says you do have to. This is an awesome wonder as well. I really like this one. I want to climb it. I want to just fly there and just climb that bad boy. Yellow, can you make a second market in your base? Red. So, like, orange is trying to convince the others to all turn on red. And red chimes in and red says, we discussed before the game and we want red to win. Well, I'm sure we really want red to win. I'm sure it's not you. I mean, orange just seemed a little frustrated there. Like, come on, guys. What are you doing? Crypto says there's no team victory. You know that, right? And then red says, oh, sorry. English is my first language. Probably misunderstood. Okay, so red is like... He wasn't really chatty earlier, but he is in full troller mode right now. And gaming says I am content with being a pawn. So gaming is happy to just give red the victory. And the other team's got to be really pissed about this because, again, the trebs have gone down and there's no way to get to that wonder. We knew it was wonder victory. We talked about it so many times. I always have all my games be relic and wonder victory. Because it makes it more interesting, right? And I think maybe it's a meta shift as well, as like more people are trying it now. But, you know, orange isn't happy about this. And I feel like a lot of viewers might not be happy about this either. Like, why are you just trying to prop up someone else to get the victory? I think for gaming and yellow, they probably just realized that was maybe their best chance. And gaming is now barking back at orange and says, well, at the start, you were trying to kill me off for no reason. Shake my head. Now I'm going to take you into a defeat out of spite. So this all comes back to what orange said at the start, apparently. And is the king going to go down here? Literally 5 minutes into the game, orange was the one who said don't trust gaming. And gaming, he's spiteful. King will survive again there for yellow. Just 80 years. And I think, you know, you're too far gone at this point. Like, you can't change your strategy and your identity now. You know, you get old enough in life, and it's just like, if you backtrack on your values as a player, or maybe a human, I don't know. I feel like it's really difficult for people to do, because when you've already sunk so much time into one way of life. I hope this isn't coming off as too real. But yeah, like, you commit an hour and a half into defending red, you're going to feel really bad about yourself if suddenly you allow yourself to come to the conclusion that that's not the right way to play it. Oh my god. Okay. Anders has just said what someone needs to do. What they could do is they could have someone take one for the team and bring their king, send it as far into the corner as possible, and then delete it. That's true. I mean, I guess you wouldn't delete it. You would lose it. But if someone were to take one for the team and sacrifice their king here, then all these castles would go down, and then they could probably get to the wonder in time. Ooh, wow, that's a really good point. Well, you can't have green do it. I don't think you'd want to have orange do it either. Purple obviously isn't going to do it. I guess gray would be the best option to do that. But gray's also fighting pretty well. I mean, they really are sending in a lot of army. Either way, like, purple should be the one suggesting that, I guess. Oh, man, the pathing on the trebs, guys. You've got to get the trebs into the right spots. Don't lose more trebs. Seems like they're actually kind of focused on taking out yellow now. I'm not sure exactly where those trebs are going. Green's bringing in more trebs. It's less than 50 years. There's no way they get to that. Mike drops his own wonder and says, might as well. I respect it. Yellow's asking for help. It would be rather interesting, though, to see Yellow and Teal die before Red's wonder gives him the victory. Because, like, they're hoping to get some type of allied victory here, which they may or may not get, regardless of the settings, but... Yet, someone's going to have to lay their life down, and no one wants to do it. But it's interesting, right? Like, no one wants to be the person that dies, but if you don't sacrifice your king to explode here, you're going to die anyways. It's just, you just die with everybody else in the same fashion that everyone else dies. Gotta be careful here, Yellow. Your king is exposed. Your king is exposed. Your king is very exposed. He's fast, though. He's also exposed. King exposed. Yellow. King into the TC. I think it's going to be a wonder victory. Bit of a shame for Purple. I think Purple had some good moves in this game. Lots of attacks here. We can't say that any of these players weren't fighting here. It's been aggressive. There's been so much death, so much destruction, so much army. Like, Green just... While the Elephant Archers are good at killing other units, they're just not quite good enough to keep the Trebs alive. And Tragortrice is GG Red. Everyone's just kind of accepting it right now. Red chatting to himself. Not even his teammates. Says, I told you we got this, Red. I think this might be Sam's first community game. I don't recall a lot of Sam's. And Yellow's like, make sure allied victory is on, boys. King is also... Oh, wait. Gray's on the way. It's too late. I think it's too late, but Gray is on the way. Oh my god, that'd be so epic. Oh, man. Like, could he kill Red's king, possibly? No. I don't even know if he did that on purpose. Orange is now on the way, so now they've all come to this idea and this conclusion, but it's too late. King just went down there for crypto. Right there to, I guess, Green's castle. Maybe he deleted it. I'm not entirely sure. And Red wins! Bottom score, Red wins! Oh my god! And Yellow and Gaming are probably feeling like such fools right now. There was no allied victory. It was all a trick. It was all a trap. And Red says, screw you guys. Screw you guys. I'm not turning on allied victory. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Bottom score. This guy was saying he had a bugged map. He couldn't find a second boar at the start. And he only had 127 kills, which was lower than everyone else. But he tricked them all. He got his victory. Well played. I'll be curious to see if there's conversation from Teal and Yellow now in the chat. I'll have to check that. But yeah, an interesting game here, guys. We didn't actually have any real king snipes. We had attempts, but it was kind of just like a team game after the wonders went up. We had more wonders in this game than I think I've ever seen in a community game before. Now, I'm being told, and I can't verify this, but people said that, or someone said at the start, Red apparently said, just to you, Red, we got this. So bear with me. I think that'd be so funny, and I'm a little disappointed I would have missed it. But if Red was talking to himself at the start of the game, I so badly want to go back and look at this. So you just give me a moment, please. We're going to go back to the very start, and I'm just going to, like, speed up through, I don't know, like, the first 10 minutes?
Yes.
And just see if that's actually the case. And yeah, Blue did get sniped. There just weren't many king snipes in this game. I think Purple's plan was really strong, though. Purple's plan of killing Blue and then hoping that Red's wonder would be taken out was a good plan. Ay. I mean, for Yellow and for Teal, they probably felt like there was no better way to win the game than allied victory because the other team was so aggressive.
Yes.
And also, it was clear that Teal was very upset. Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh my god! Clearly, Teal was very upset that Orange had called him out. Here it is, 7 minutes in. Sam is a freaking legend, dude. And I feel bad I didn't see it at the time because I might have been talking more about this. Sam said, Red, only to you. You got this. Oh my god. Let's go. It was his first community game. His first community game, and he had a whole team going to bat for him, fighting for him, and thinking that they were going to be sharing a piece of that victory pie at the end. But no. Well done, Red. That's sick. That's one of those things that, like, he probably thought of. Whoa, holy notifications. That's probably something that he thought of a long time ago. He was like, if I ever get into a community game, I need to do something different. What can that something different be? And there it is, guys. There it is. Well done, Sam. Legendary game. It was a fun one to watch. I like the trend, though, guys. King Snipes are great, but Wonder Victory and Relic Victory, it can change the focus. Remember, we even had Yellow in this game have 3 relics in a monastery and say, nope, I don't want any piece of that, and ended up splitting up the relics. I like my King Snipes, but I like how the Wonder Victory is always there and a possibility. It really shakes up the games. I don't know what I'm going to do for the YouTube title on that one, but that was special. Good stuff.